This crypto bull market is about to rage on once more as soon as January hits. And when it does, specific altcoins are going to massively outperform the rest of the crypto market. And I've identified a way to be able to find those altcoins, and I'm going to show you in this video. I'm also going to show you the altcoins that I've come across using this method, and I've personally been DCAing into because I think they're going to see some of the biggest gains as the new year rolls round. So do me a favor, hit that like button, and let's get into today's video. Now guys, before we dive in and look at that super straightforward method, let's understand a little bit more about how we can be so confident that January and the rest of the year are going to be incredibly bullish. Well, first of all, in the charts, if we look across to Bitcoin, which to be honest, we've not talked about on the channel for 5 days because it's been Christmas and I've not been making videos, you'll see that not a huge amount has really changed. We've been up and down a bit, and now we're kind of bouncing around in the middle. Bitcoin not showing us many clues. However, simply jumping across to the USDT dominance can give us much more confidence in what's about to happen next. USDT dominance shows us the percentage of the entire crypto market that the USDT coin makes up. And when the markets are bearish, USDT dominance is going up because people are cashing out into USDT, and when people are bullish and the markets are going well, people are selling off USDT into other crypto assets. So if we look at this, USDT dominance has simply come down, retested this previous area of support as resistance, and you can see this confirmation now going ahead, and we are looking to break lower here. Add to this with a 2-year-old Bitcoin dominance trend, which is now broken towards the downside, come back and retested it as resistance, and is now looking to head lower once more. Bitcoin dominance falling is good for the altcoins, and it also indicates that the overall crypto markets are healthier. Total market cap of crypto has just simply bounced off the 1.618 golden ratio here, now looking to head higher, and the others dominance is also showing that altcoins are in the middle of this range here that it's been in for the last few years and will eventually break towards the upside. And when that happens, that's going to be the full-blown altcoin season. But guess what? We don't have to talk about altcoin season because there's definitely some altcoins that are very obviously going to pump, and it's so easy to find them. Now, there's obviously a huge number of reasons why Bitcoin and crypto are going to see massive pumps over the coming year, and why we should still be incredibly excited about the upside that is about to happen. Not only do we have the historical evidence that Bitcoin always pumps aggressively after election years, we're about to see a massive liquidity injection from the US Treasury General worth about $775 billion, plus another $100 billion from the Fed's reverse repo program. Not only that, but we got Donald Trump rolling into office, a pro-crypto government who is likely to try and weaken the dollar because that's better for trade globally, and also that is very good for crypto in general because a weaker dollar against Bitcoin will shove a Bitcoin and the altcoins significantly higher. All things are stacked in the favor of a massive crypto bull market, and we are still very early despite it feeling a little bit shaky. Now guys, if you arrived in crypto recently after Donald Trump got elected, I would imagine that many of your cryptos that you're holding are down. And don't worry about it, I'm going to teach you how we can get over that and actually find ourselves in profits sooner rather than later. Now this is going to be an incredibly simple method, and hopefully it's going to make sense to you. Remember, lots of people in this bull market are down on crypto because they do what? They buy coins that are pumping on any given day that everyone is talking about, and guess what? Those coins then come down very hard, and they come down hard because retail investors, much like yourselves, are panic selling them after buying them at the tops. This is absolutely normal, and it happens time and time again. But what got those coins pumping in the first place was usually that they had very strong fundamentals, they were backed by strong VCs, and maybe they'd caught the favor of the odd influencer out there who decided to start talking about them on their videos. And all of these things make for a very good crypto investment, but the only problem is you got in at the wrong time. This is how to get in at the right time. Now, as you know, if you subscribe to the House of Crypto, which hopefully by now you are, then you know that I like to guide you through different tutorials and show you different things that I'm investing in and how to go and find those yourself, because if you are following along, then you're going to be able to gain much more confidence in your own investments, and you're not going to panic sell when those coins start to take dips towards the downside, and you're going to have the confidence to be able to hold on and make some serious gains in this bull market. So if you want to make some money in crypto, then make sure you're subscribed to the House of Crypto with the notification bell turned on. Now then, the only tool that we're going to use today, well, actually that's a lie, we're also going to use tradingview.com, but right now we're going to use coinmarketcap.com. Free website, very straightforward. And all we're going to do is use a few simple tools here to help us out. Now, as you know, if you've been following along with me, I like certain narratives in crypto. Why is that? Well, because I know that those narratives are not only going to be popular to institutions, but they're also going to be popular to you guys at home who are buying those coins because you understand why they might be bullish in a crypto bull market. For example, AI. AI, everyone is talking about. Do you know how AI works? Probably not. Neither do I. But I know that AI is something that everyone is looking to invest in, so it's a pretty solid bet when it comes to narratives. Not only that, Nvidia, the world's largest AI company, is going to be having an event in February, March, where usually every AI crypto pumps towards that point. Okay, no brainer. AI is so obvious. Okay, also I like real world assets. Real world assets. BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, is holding around 2% of the Bitcoin supply. They're pretty involved in crypto. They talk about crypto and tokenization of assets all the time. It makes sense that real world assets as a narrative does very well. And as well as that, gaming is a pretty obvious play, and maybe DePIN along with it. Now, knowing that these narratives are pretty solid bets, we're going to go across to CoinMarketCap, and you can go down to these ones where you have the flames next to them. Now, these flames indicate that these are the hot narratives right now. Meme coins, Solana, .ai, DeFi gaming, and DePIN here. Okay, so yes, there's others, but just for this video, you can use this if you want on others, but just for this video, we're going to look at AI, DeFi gaming, DePIN. So we've got an AI to start off with. And what you're going to see is a list of coins here. Now, this is going to be really very simple, okay? And it might annoy a lot of people who are like more technical and want to tell me more about crypto, but ultimately, this is a very solid method. And I'm going to show you that it's a solid method in a moment, okay? What we're going to look at is coins that have been performing really well in the last 60 days, but really badly in the last 7. Why would we do that? Well, because in the last 7 days, the altcoins and Bitcoin haven't really been particularly strong, right? As we roll back to the start of November, when Donald Trump won the election, suddenly crypto bull market kicked off in full force. Well, we were shown in that time which were the altcoins that were going to see the biggest gains during this bull market. So simply what we're doing is looking at the coins that performed best during the earlier phase of the bull market that had a healthy pullback that are now looking to go again. And trust me on this, coins that performed really strongly before when the market was hot will typically pull back hard and then perform very strongly again. This is just an example. This is EOS, okay? EOS, when we had an earlier phase to the bull market, like last year, end of 2023 into early 2024, EOS went from pretty much down here and it did a whopping 65, 66x. It then did what? It pulled back massively into this point, about 70%. Then around when Donald Trump won the election, EOS rips again. Why is that? Well, it's in the right narrative. It's a coin with solid VC backers that's also favored by a lot of influencers, because in my opinion, it's a pretty decent project, okay? It covers across various narratives like AI compute, also decentralized streaming services and various other things within DePIN and AI. Also part of the Nvidia partnership program, which obviously helps it out and makes it into a very strong project. And as an example, what have we seen happen here? It rallies very strongly when everyone's interested in betting on crypto and everyone wants to be in the game. Guess what? It then pulls back hard when everyone starts to lose interest again, which is great because it gives us another opportunity to buy. Suddenly, everyone wants to get back in the market. They go straight to EOS. EOS appears to be a fair weather crypto coin, okay? Bearing in mind, we've had some pretty bad weather over the last 4 weeks in crypto. You can see it's pulled back nicely, and now we're ready for some fair weather again. And by going across to CoinMarketCap like this, you can identify coins like EOS that have done the exact same. And I'll show you in a moment how to find the exact entry point on EOS and all the other coins, because they are literally, as I speak, perfectly aligned in buy zones. Okay, the majority of coins, as I speak, at the time of making this video, are in perfect buy zone territory. Now, that's obviously not financial advice. Go away and do your own research. Hopefully, as you watch through this video, you'll understand what I'm trying to teach you. Use that information to go and find the coins yourself. Don't buy anything blindly just because I talked about it. Now, all we're simply going to do is search for top performing coins in the last 60 days. That's it. Okay, so you just click on that until it says all the green ones up here, right? So these are some coins that have been doing absolutely crazy gains. Now, be very cautious within AI, because right now everyone's been talking about AI agents. AI agents have been like the meta, they're kind of like the new age of meme coins. And guess what? When everyone was talking about meme coins, it was probably the time to not be buying them. Lots of these have seen big gains over the last few months. Be cautious, okay? You don't want to be buying into the ones that have been doing 50% this week. You want to be buying into the ones that have been performing strongly over the last 60 days. but are down significantly in the last kind of week or so. Okay, so mode is a very interesting option. So let's just go and jump across and look at mode on the charts. As I can show you as well, just coming down the list, here you can see EOS, okay, up 114% on the 60-day, but down 9.3% on the 7-day. So EOS and mode are very interesting options here, and there are a few others in this mix as well. And I'm going to start with EOS to show you exactly how to find entries on these coins. Okay, so just as an example, this is EOS and this is on tradingview.com, which is a free website. I know many of you won't have this view when you first start, but just go and watch a 2-minute YouTube tutorial on how to set up a TradingView chart and you're not going to go far wrong. Make sure it says candles up here and then you're going to have this view. Okay, I've gone for the white background with the green and red candles, a little traditional maybe, but it's easier on the eye. Anyway, all you need to do right now is simply understand one thing about these charts. When a chart moves up to a specific point and it comes back down, it is hit into something called resistance and it's turned back down. On the flip side of things, when something is high and it comes down lower, it bounces and goes up higher from something called support. Okay, support holds up, resistance holds down. Straightforward, right? Now, the next thing that you need to know is something that was previously resistance can then flip and become support. For example, here you can see that this area here was previously resistance. EOS fell down through it, found resistance and went down lower. And now you can see after EOS is broken up through it, it goes down and it finds support in the same area. So simply, all you're going to do after identifying the coins that you've looked at on CoinMarketCap is you're going to hold down this paintbrush, then you're going to draw from a previous area of resistance, and then you're going to see if the price returns back down into this zone. So for example, with EOS, the coin has returned perfectly back down into this zone, making for the best buy entry on EOS that you're probably going to see anymore. Okay, yes, there was better buy zones before, but unfortunately we don't have time machines. We can't go back in time to buy these if we missed out on them. Now, this isn't just EOS. Okay, I'm going to show you a bunch of other ones and show you that this is exactly the same. Don't just go and buy EOS. Okay, but look at what happens. Previous resistance. This is a weekly chart, so you can see this wick comes all the way down into this box. Now this wick again comes into this box. Is it going to go lower than this? There is always a chance that happens. But unlike the rest of you who probably were doing something silly and buying up here and are now feeling sorry for yourselves because you're 37% down, right now you've got a chance to buy into a coin that no one's paying attention to, okay, that is right down here, and I guarantee pretty much that as soon as the crypto markets rip again, EOS will do that, and it does it every time, and so do a handful of the other coins, okay? So this is a perfect entry on a decent AI coin, okay? Now, what did I say? Another one. We talked about mode. Okay, we talked about mode. And we have mode here, right? Up 157% in the last 60 days, but down nearly 11% in the last week. And we can look at the mode chart and see what else is going on here. Now you can see I've already taken the initiative and I've marked off the previous resistance that mode saw, bearing in mind that previous resistance turns into future support. I can then, should I wish to buy mode, identify somewhere in this green box that if mode gets into, it is a good purchase. Now, obviously, you need to go and study some of these projects. And if you go and look through some of my previous videos, I've covered coins like mode and EOS in more depth. I made 2 videos, one about the large cap coins that I hold in my portfolio and one about the smaller cap coins that I hold in my portfolio as well. But mode's a pretty interesting project because it's pairing AI and DeFi together. They've already partnered up with Tal Bretenza, pretty much one of the most major AI crypto projects out there, and they created a subnet for financial forecasting for this AI tool, which is pretty damn cool. And obviously mode as well is hitting into the AI agents meta and the future of DeFi. Now, I did earlier say AI agents was something that maybe you should steer clear of, but what I meant was the AI agent meme coins, okay? The little annoying things that are following you around on Twitter all the time, rather than the projects that are actually coming up with AI agents that are going to be utilized in things like DeFi and traditional finance and all sorts of other things, okay? So projects like Echelon Prime, Fallon Network, Mode are all pretty damn cool, definitely worth looking into. And this one you can see already an AI agent app store, 500 mil TVL, 24 million transactions, 367,000 users. No one's talking about it because the price has been going down. But in the past, Mode has proven to us that it has the ability to boom during the fair weather. So if it gets into this zone, I will be topping up. It's a bit of a disclosure for you. I do own EOS, I do own Mode, but this is basically being seen across all crypto projects. And just another example, ICP in that kind of pre-bull market that we saw at the end of 23 into 24, ICP did like 7x. It then sells off aggressively. Guess what? It pumps up more once attention comes back into the market. It falls back to this zone of resistance here and is now starting to show bouncing again. In fact, ICP still remains in that buy zone area there. So if ICP is your thing and AI is your thing, then go and have a look at ICP on this. Now let me quickly rush on through. Okay, let's go across to gaming. So we can pick up a gaming coin that looks of decent value right now. Again, guys, there are loads of top quality gaming projects that might not necessarily conform to this, that I personally am still holding. It doesn't mean that I'm against that coin because I didn't talk about HBAR today or XRP or whatever it is. Okay, stop getting so damn emotionally attached to crypto coins. It's weird. Okay, firstly. And also, it's never going to serve you because you're going to end up being a bag holder. There's nothing cool about having diamond hands at the bottom of a bear market, okay? Trust me. Now, as we come across to gaming, same thing. We're going to sort by the top performing in the last 60 days and just have a little look down below at the ones that have been dipping in the last sort of 7 days. Now, I've never heard of Open Loop before, okay? I can see this one here, 57 mil market cap. Let's just have a look at OL, okay? I don't know what it is. Just click on it, see what the chart's looking like. Okay, this is a newer launch, and you can see it's not giving us a particularly obvious area in terms of where it's kind of gone down to. And the reason the chart is telling us that it's had a killer performance is because it launched very recently, which is why it's pumped like this, and then it's had this pullback. It might be a great project. I'm going to go and look at it after this, but I'm not going to cover it in this video, okay, because it's not necessarily true to what we're kind of going through in this method. Okay, so I'll have a look at it, come back to you on that. Don't get upset if it's yours. Now come back here. Let's go down through again. Coins that have been pumping in the last 60 days but are down significantly in 7 days. Metacade. You know I've talked about Metacade before. Let's go and look at a chart. Is it a good time to buy Metacade? You were all asking me this question when it was up here a couple of weeks ago, and I said it's been pumping. Maybe wait for a pullback. Guess what you've got? You've now got a pullback, and I've already marked on the resistance area for Metacade, and look what happens every time Metacade returns to this green box. Okay, absolutely perfect, without fail. Okay, so find good quality projects that you already know. You can do this same method with all of your portfolio right now. Coins that have been running really strongly with lots of attention on them, suddenly markets cool down, they dip, and guess what? When the attention returns, these coins will rally once more. Metacade, gaming ecosystem project built on Base, already got a number of different games on there, already has a really strong community behind it, and is managing to attract a lot of attention when the times are right. I'm betting on that happening once more. Now again, if you want to find out more about Metacade or any of the projects that I've been talking about, then go through the videos I've been making over the last few weeks or so. Okay, I will cover these projects in more depth in the future, but the basis of this tutorial is to show you how to enter into coins that people aren't talking about yet, so that you don't ask me in the coming weeks, is it too late to buy Metacade or Rails or Aptos or whatever it is. Okay, jumping back to coin market cap, we're going to do the same, and we're going to go and look across at real world assets, search by 60-day gains, and you can come down through the list and you can go and look at ones that you already know or don't already know, etc. Okay, so I personally already hold R trade. As I can see, here we go across up 210% in the last 60 days, down 14%. So just simply looking at R trade on the chart, how does it look? I've drawn the box from previous resistance. Okay, so it came down, it made previous resistance, and you can see there is resistance down here as well. Okay, if crypto takes another dive, which it can, of course, this is where your next box is. Simple, right? R trade, go and look at it, go and see whether you want to get involved in it or not. I don't really care. Okay, but right now you can see it's bouncing significantly in this previous resistance zone. So pairing all of this knowledge with understanding of these individual crypto projects is where we're kind of going to win. Because not only are these projects like conforming to the kind of the charts and the data on CoinMarketCap, but they are also decent projects as well. Okay, so we understand these particular individual projects because they're in the right narratives. They're offering something maybe a little bit unique, something that is trending. So for example, our trade is in real world assets, but it's slightly unique because it's basically a platform that has over 5,000 users actively selling artwork and selling tokenized artwork. You can also buy fractionalized artwork, so you can own a fraction of a Picasso painting or a Banksy or something else. Okay, I'm aware that Banksy and Picasso probably shouldn't go in the same sentence, But anyway, you get the picture. Our trade doing something quite cool is capturing the imagination of a lot of people. And that's why during these periods of excitement like this, it's absolutely rallying and will likely start to rally once more. Okay, easy, right? Coming across to DePIN, you can go and find a few more that are doing similarly interesting things. Okay, now the key is to do this now rather than later, because right now you haven't really got Alex Beckers and Elio Trades and anyone else making videos and pumping the shit out of coins. Okay, so these coins are true to their word right now. They've been pumped pretty aggressively during the exciting times, and they've now pulled back to where they probably should be for a good entry point. Okay, then you're going to start to see a lot more activity and things coming into the future. Now guys, if you're wondering where to buy any of the altcoins that I've talked about on today's video because you're only using Coinbase or Binance, then 100% sign up down below for a MEXC account. MEXC has over 4,500 different altcoins listed and also has the lowest fees of any exchange out there. Not only that, but if you sign up through my link down below, you can also qualify for a significant bonus. Not only do I trade every day on MEXC, but I also use Bitunix because Bitunix does not require a KYC or know your customer, which means that you can transfer funds across on there and trade without having to register your own personal details. And you can buy a whole host of different altcoins, as well as enjoying a significantly lower fees than other crypto exchanges out there. So if you want smaller cap altcoins, MEXC, Bitunix, they're the two exchanges that I use every single day. Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you made it through this far, thank you so much for supporting the channel. Hit the like button. If you haven't already and you want to up your game during this crypto bull market, then subscribe, notification bell turned on, and I'll see you tomorrow in another video. Bye-bye.